Good morning everybody, we have a good one today. This is a 2001 Mitsubishi Pajero. Now this vehicle's come in with, as you can probably see, a hesitation or a misfire. It's come into us after having a lot of inspections and diagnostic work done. The owner of this vehicle is quite clued up. I believe they watch videos, all that sort of stuff. And they are quite confident that it's an ECU issue. So it's in with us today to try and confirm that. And if it is an ECU issue, to swap it out or pull it out and repair it, whatever way we want to go about it. Now, this particular vehicle sets what's called a code 41 fault on this old Mitsubishi. That basically means injector control circuit open. It's the same as an injector control circuit open. So what I'm going to show first up, just with the scope, we're hooked up to channel 1. We will go into one of our injector control wires. So we'll pin into there, move the cart forward. And as we can see, we have good injector control on that particular wire. Got a good pin tool hump, injectors firing, ECUs controlling it, etc. Now, quickly just to show you, the fault is happening right now. There's a bit of a vibration and the engine light is on. What we will do is we'll swap over. If I go across to this other injector wire, as you can see, we have good control there as well. And obviously our 12 volt feed's okay because this car is running, but that's our 12 volt feed, that red wire. So what we've got is we've got our 6 injector control wires and a red 12 volt feed. Now if I go into this white and red wire down here and into the back of this, what you will find is we have nothing. So we are missing an injector control. Whether that's an ECU or whether that's a wiring issue, we're about to find out. So ECU's already out. I'm going to go over there and we're going to look for this white and red wire, and we're going to see if we've got a good control coming from that ECU. So we should have a good computer supplied ground down there. If we do and we don't hear, then we know we have a wiring issue. If we have a control down, if we don't have a control at ECU, then we suspect a driver issue or a transistor issue or something in the actual ECU itself. Alright, so pinned into the ECU, pretty simple on old cars. The good thing about them is you can kind of get away without diagrams. So we've got our yellow and red, our green and our white and red on that back row there. So all your injector wires are bang, 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 bang in a row, pinned in at the computer. Now, this is good because this confirms wire integrity. We can see we've actually got 12 volts on that particular wire. Now, that wire itself, obviously what we've got is we've got a feed coming in, we've got voltage going through the injector coil, back out the input wire, through the harness into the ECU. So that means that we have got good wiring from our feed on the red wire up at that bolt connector, through the injector, back out to the engine computer. So we are going for an engine computer on this. Now that I know what pin this is, I do have a donor ECU, well, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to chase it across the board, and we're going to try and see what is failed on there, whether it's your driver, MOSFET, whatever it is, transistor, etc. We're going to try and chase that circuit back and just see what happens. Alright, just quickly, just to stop the comments of, the injector's probably knackered out of spec. 16.3 ohms on our offending injector. And if we go to a good one, 16.3 ohms on a good injector. So we don't have a bugged injector. They have been swapped, they're all brand new as well. So that's the case. This thing needs an ECU. Alright, and just like that, we've got our ECU open. Now we do have a donor ECU for this. Just briefly, these are VIN locked, they're one-time programming, and you cannot transfer IMO data over on these ECUs. So you need a full key set for this particular year. So what we're going to do quickly, I know what pin that we're looking for. This is going to be very hard one hand, but our pin number is this one here. So it's this particular pin, that third one. Get my nail out of the way. So that's it there. And all we're going to do is we're going to go through and check which driver runs this injector. So as you can see, nothing, nothing, bang. That's our injector driver. Now I've marked these. So that's it. That's not it. This one here. I've marked these so I know that this is the one that I want to swap. I'm going to swap this particular driver out with the donor one, plug it in and see what happens. Alright, just like that, we have our driver swapped over. Now all we've got to do is get it back in the car, test it and see what happens.